Hey, drop a message in the chat if I'm coming through alright. Sweet, alright. So Abdul, you made a request. Jeez, what's going on? Why am I so slow? To make a pretty much a what was it? A like trend reversal using MACD and all that kind of shit. I'm gonna chuck this on Bitcoin because I think it's more useful if we use it on a currency that everyone's familiar with. Let's jump on. I like Bitfinex. No, actually, hold. I'll tell you what. We'll do it on Mex. We'll do it on Mex. Because we trade more often on Mex. Don't know what these. I don't even know how to get rid of these alerts. To be honest, I don't know why they're there. Just get rid of them all. Oh, yes. No, fuck this. No, there we go. XBT, there we go. Let's have a look at this. So the short I was in yesterday has been doing pretty well, and right now it's just me. I'm just going to evaluate and see whether I want to keep my short open or close it off. We'll see. Okay, so trend reversals. Right, trend reversals, there's a lot of different ways where you can find out whether a trend is going to end or not. You can use your indicators, you can use price, or you can use a whole bunch of theories added together. I strongly believe, that the best ways to look at a trend reversal is if you understand Wyckofian logic. So I actually made a write-up on this a while back. My shit, what is it? Wyckoff. So this was a PDF I wrote up a couple months ago. Look, it's I don't know if it's. I think it's still a work in progress, but yeah, fuck these guys. These guys are all assholes. This is what you want to be looking at, because markets move in cycles, and I'm just gonna snip this because I think this is really important, and I'm just gonna take a copy of this and I'm gonna chuck this up inside of where should I put it? The learning bit. Oh, fuck, never mind, it's already here. Okay, so Wyckoff. You use Wyckoff alongside any other pattern and like any other trading method, and you're gonna be fucking golden. So when you have time, do a bit of research on Wyckoff, because honestly, if you understand the Wyckoff, I guess, method of trading, which is more so a concept rather than a actual set in stone method of trading. The general idea of Wyckoff, I feel like, should be understood by every trader, but the intricacies of what the fuck is this buy and climb, this buy and climax, this fucking LPS, what? Yeah, fuck off. Like, that stuff's all rubbish. But just know that there's phases of accumulation, there's phases of markup which occur after accumulation, then there's distribution where people sell, and then there's a markdown. Simple as that. You'll see that this pattern almost repeats itself just over and over and over again. I'll just run through everything right now. Like, it's obvious. Like, once you see it, you know exactly what it means. And it's never really set in stone, so you don't really know how it is. This is why it's such a fluid concept. It's never really gonna be, I guess, set in stone. So, alright, real quick, let's go really quickly. The idea behind Wyckoff is that in the accumulation phase, the big money, so the big banks and all that kind of shit, they're buying. In distribution, people are selling. Markup is when the big banks say, okay, I've collected enough at this cheap price, now I want to run the prices up. Distribution is where, look, I'm going to be selling a little bit, and then when it reaccumulates, people start buying again. So, as I guess normal blokes over here, We don't have enough money to move markets from fucking $745 all the way up to 20k and then back down to 6 again. We don't have the kind of money. But the big banks, the big institutions, those guys have the fucking money for it. Right? So those guys have the money for it. So the best thing is, if we understand the language that they speak, we're golden, because we're going to be making bank the same way that we're going to be golden if we know what the hell it is that they're thinking. So let's go into it. So remember this image: accumulation, markup. Sometimes in okay, cool. I think we're working fine again. I'm going to quickly hold on, black this out. Okay, we should be good. Sweet. Okay, so we'll go back to the idea of Wyckoff. Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend all the time in the world going through what Wyckoff is. We can go through that later, but the general concept is you need to understand that markets moves in cycles, and there are periods of accumulation, there are periods of distribution. Really quickly, you could say that this is a period of accumulation. People are buying in this zone, and obviously later on, when I got time, I'll talk to you about the fucking volume profiles and everything like that, so you understand what's going on. That is accumulation. People are buying in that zone. They mark the prices up. What do? They mark it into this perfect distribution. Inside there, they're selling it there. They're accumulating shorts around here. Send it back up to accumulate shorts again, inject liquidity because they run above the previous opens. People think, oh shit, we're going to be going up, so what are they going to do? They're going to buy it, and then causes short liquidity, run the prices down into another accumulation zone. Prices accumulated there, then they ran up and they get distributed here. So accumulation, markup, distribution, very long and extended marketing with multiple periods of redistribution. This entire zone right here is accumulation. This is a very short distribution, which honestly took me by surprise. Again, accumulation, markup, hold on, markup. This was barely any distribution, which is what really got me. Like it really just shook me. But you could almost say that like this, probably inside there, they're loading up on shorts. Price will run down, and now we don't know what we are in right now. We don't know if we're in accumulation or distribution. You can only see these things in hindsight. That said, there are ways where we use indicators to kind of confirm what it is that we're seeing on the market. Yeah. So you often notice that in these zones where accumulation occurs, you also spot extreme RSI divergences. So extreme RSI momentum low, you notice that there is divergences right here, a momentum low followed by a simple divergence. Again, we've got momentum lows. You could say this starts the zone of accumulation, momentum low, we've got divergence here, one more time before absolutely blasting through, and then obviously right here you could even say that this right here is a divergence. So you know, RSI and all these other indicators can also be used at the same time to kind of help you determine these accumulation distribution zones. In a nutshell, understanding accumulation and understanding distribution is like the best way to understanding how market cycles end and market cycles go forward. That is how you spot trend reversals. So look for accumulation and distribution. Long term, so like daily, 3-day, weekly, oscillator, so oscillator being mean, RSI or MACD, extremes or simple divergences. That's it. And then obviously 3, price action, buying support, selling resistance. And then you can use timing indicators, timing tools like